How you guys doing? This is a 2022 Peterbilt 579 Ultra Loft. So you can see I got another refrigerator up there. This one, about 3 weeks ago, I was defrosting it like an idiot. And I poked a hole, so you can see it right there, in the freezer with a knife. Note to people that are watching, well, you know, ignore my dirty fridge, but don't ever do that. Let it defrost on its own, because all the Freon or whatever that was in it came out of that hole, and now I've got a really basically good fridge that's gone to shit, that doesn't work. So I'm going to replace it with that little Vivor, or that fridge you see on TikTok. I don't know the name of it, but I've got it. I'll show it later. But you pull that cover, the panel right there, you just pop it off, it just pulls right off. And then you got 2 screws here, and I think there's 2 on the bottom. So I'm gonna pull those 2 out, and then pull the fridge out, and I'm gonna try to wire the Vivor or the other refrigerator, the one we seen on TikTok, see that end, wire that in directly, and you know, I guess we'll see how that goes. I didn't know I was recording. Well, you may have seen earlier, these are Phillips head, not Torx head. So I'm gonna put this thing to work. So I got the screws out. You can see it loosens it up pretty good. So I'm gonna try to delicately pull this out without tearing anything up. And I'm by myself, so I can't really record it to show you. But you know, I pretty much, it's self-explanatory. So when you pull it out, it's got this helpful little strap on it, which is nice. And the wire is on top, and you can kind of see, back there a little bit, just, you know, be careful with it. But it seems pretty long to get enough out. And yeah, I mean, I didn't think it'd have that same clip with it, but I wish I did have a harness like that. That would be easy to do, but you know, I don't, so I'm not gonna worry about it. I'm gonna cut these wires, wire directly into these. I wish I did have the exact same thing. I don't know, I guess I could maybe go find, or I could cut this off. That's what I could do. I'll cut this end and then wire. You know what? I'm a fucking genius. I got my trusty snips. I gotta tell you, these are pieces of shit. Don't ever go to the TA and buy these. They're like $8 or $10. They are not sharp at all. I got the old fridge out. As you know, I cut the ends off of that one. And I'm gonna mate positive to positive, negative to negative. This is the plug that came with the refrigerator I was telling you about. And I determined by taking the plug off that which one's positive, which one is negative. Now I know a lot of people use the connectors, but I chose not to do that. I wired them up. I matched them up based on some pictures I took off the back of the refrigerator for which one of these was, you know, hot, which one was the ground. And then after tearing the base apart of the plug for the refrigerator, I made it positive, positive, negative, negative, and now I'm just taping them together to keep them clean so nothing snags on anything. Now, a lot of people use connectors, but you know, I guess I'm old-fashioned and I didn't have them with me. So after measuring this opening, that's nasty down there, refrigerator. I gotta clean that out. But or that door, I didn't even know the fuck that was even down there. Anyway, the opening of this door is 16.5 inches, and the width on this bad boy with the wheels is 17. So I think I'm gonna have to take these off, and they have a Phillips head. So let's see what we can do with that. Well, look at that. We got power, and that's good. That works. All right. So the opening seems big enough, obviously, to put the fridge in, but I wish I didn't have it, you know, sitting up that high. I'd like to have it to where I could just slide it in and slide it out. Oh, what's that? That's a drawer. That's a drawer. I got an idea. There are 6 screws in this bad boy, this floor for the refrigerator. And I think I'm gonna take them up. This is number 6. Well, I get in the damn thing. So I'm gonna pull these out And I'm going to use this, maybe try to use the drawer as a sort of a caddy sliding out thing for my new fridge. So I went down to my storage building, and I had some old wood laying around that I was going to make some cutting boards out of. And I had to measure a piece that was 20 inches by 15.5 inches, which was the exact top diameter of that door. Because otherwise this thing is sitting down inside the door, or it's sitting on the back lip like it is now, and it will fall, and I don't want that. So I'm going to attach this to the floor, and then mount that, or put that on that, and then we should be good to go. I'll have to buy a strap or something to put on here, because if I reuse this piece, okay, if I reuse this piece and I want the drawer to slide out, I've got to cut that bottom piece out. Now I think I can disconnect it there, which I may do, because I want it to look neat, you know, cover this opening, but also, you know, be functional. So I'll keep you updated. Down to 32 degrees. All right, so the board is attached. Let's use 4 screws in the corner. Didn't have my drill bit with me because I was using my driver, so I just gently worked it down in there until I got to the plastic so it wouldn't split the end of the wood, and then drilled them in. Again, you know, it's just the surface so the refrigerator doesn't fall through. Oh, that sucks. Ooh, you can remove the wheels off this thing, but it's got a Phillips head screw. These wheels are connected, right? So what you see there is you got to take like a screwdriver for this side, right? Well, motherfucker in there. Hold it on this side, then use your drill or screwdriver on this side to pull it out. I found this out by mistake, so I'm just showing you. That's what it looks like when you get it loose. And then when you get it loose, like I said, you just pull it out and then pull the bar through. Well, that didn't work because the bar won't come all the way through. I don't know. So I'm gonna try to find a way to stick it back through and guide it back in the hole and tape it up. So it does fit in the hole. I was worried about the wheels going in there, but I guess I didn't have to take them off anyway. But they won't go in there, and it doesn't really need to. And it's not sitting in the refrigerator because the refrigerator's got that drawer on it. Now I can take the drawer out, but I'd like to have this as a slide. So I've got to work out a way that I can use the drawer and the refrigerator together. But it fits in there. Now let's just see if it works. So I did use my little multi-tool here, DeWalt, to trim the bottoms off because they were interfering with the wheel bar that I can't get out. It just so happens these can be separated by screws, just to let you know, and then they just come right off. I had to trim the excess off, so it looks a little bit ugly, but it's close to the bottom, so I doubt you'll see it. So let's just see how it fits. Well, this is the finished product. It's in there. Got it on my board. You see that wood down there. And I had to trim these pieces off because they were a little too close and it was dragging. I didn't like that, so it looks a little unsightly, but you know, it's a little better than it did look. I just got to find a place to put my wiring. So I'm going to try to run it up in there so I can still have room to pull it out. I may just stuff it down between the bed and the cabinet, I don't know. But anyway, slides out. Sorry, let me back up a little bit. It slides out, yeah. I'm still trying to figure this out because I just got it put in. It slides out. Well, the drawer slides out. It ain't perfect, but it's there. So, you know, I'll have to do some adjusting to it because, of course, I've got to be able to open it, you know. So I got to pull it out really far over top of the drawer. But other than that, it's in there and it's working. So, you know, It takes the place of the other fridge. I may see if I can't get it fixed, the other refrigerator, but it cooled down to 20 degrees really fast. So this is a U-Homey, whatever you call it, and it holds quite a bit. So that's the video. All I gotta do now is I just gotta find I'm get a couple of eyelets and put here on each side, and then run a strap across there to keep it from sliding out when I'm going down the road. And that'll be it. Listen, thanks for watching my video. I hope you subscribe for more trucking tips. I have a Peterbilt 579. I used to have a Kenworth T680. So they're pretty convenient. I've got a couple more videos adding steering wheel and finding the fuse for your CB radio, or, well, the CB radio, but also for the regular radio. If you have any questions about that, just check out my videos. Plus removing the fairings off a 2017 T680. Thank you very much. Y'all have a good day and truck them safe.